Hey, welcome to Sunday preview for this Sunday, October 2nd, in the 27th Sunday of the year. And we have a reading from St. Luke's Gospel from chapter 17. And it says, "The apostles said to the Lord, 'Increase our faith.' The Lord replied, 'If you had faith the size of a mustard seed, you would say to the mulberry tree, 'Be uprooted and planted in the sea,' and it would obey you. Who among you would say to your servant who had just come in from plowing or tending sheep in the field, 'Come here immediately and take your place at the table'? Would he rather not say to him, 'Prepare something for me to eat. Put on your apron and wait on me while I eat and drink. You may eat and drink when I am finished'? Is he grateful to the servant because he did what he was commanded? So should it be with you. When you have done all you have been commanded, say, 'We are unprofitable servants. We have only done what we were obliged to do.'" The Gospel of the Lord. That gospel always struck me as kind of a downer, where Jesus is saying, well, don't expect any credit for what you do because you were just expected to do it. And I remembered back to when I was studying philosophy in college, long before I went to seminary. And we had a philosophy course, and it was the philosophy of religion. And there was one section where we studied the virtue of religion, which sounded strange to me because I never thought of religion as a virtue. I thought religion was like your spiritual duty. But this was like a virtue, and like the whole gamut of virtues there are, like responsibility and, studiousness and perseverance and temperance and fortitude and all the virtues. They listed religion as, one of those virtues. And the idea was, in philosophy, the way philosophy looks at it is that as creatures, forget about revelation or Catholicism or Christianity, just as creatures, in the world, we are created by God. And so no matter what creature we are in the universe, we have a duty to God to honor and adore him and to obey him, right? That precedes Jesus coming into the world and revealing the Father to us and so on. I always thought that was an interesting concept, that all of creation owes its existence to God and therefore has a duty to obey him. And most of creation does it just by the natural laws that are written into their being, right? Like animals have a certain nature, and the trees and the wildlife all has a certain nature, and they have to follow that, right? And by doing so, they give kind of honor to God. Well, the same for human beings, even preceding religion. And so what Jesus is touching on is something a little bit like that there, that we do have a duty to honor and worship God in our actions, in our duty to God. We live in a world, in a culture today where, everybody expects a pat on the back, and everybody expects credit, and everybody expects a trophy, whether you're in first place or last place. And we've gotten accustomed to that. And we got accustomed to like a world where people take credit for things they don't even do, and they're always showing off and taking a lot of fame for things that they do. When Jesus is trying to get across to us here is like, we have certain obligations before God, and we have to honor him and we have to love him. And now Jesus is coming to reveal more about God than just that. He's revealed to us that God is a Father who loves us, who has mercy on us, and he wants us to be in union with him, and he wants us to be happy with him forever in the life to come. But it's good for us to go back to the beginnings and remember that, we have a duty to God, to honor him and adore him, just as creatures.